When you went onto the Joe Rogan show, did that just scale you, higher as far as your popularity and people, knowing you more often in the public eye?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it did me the world of good going on there. And Joe's such a cool guy as well. It was just so easy to go on there and just sit and chat with him. But yeah, I think the first time I went on it when it was still live on YouTube, and I remember glancing up in his studio at one point, and there were 57,000 people listening live. And I shit myself and I started like stuttering and I thought, shit, I shouldn't have looked up at there like that. But yeah, that was surreal as well. I think it went on to have like over millions of views eventually. But having been sitting there with 57,000 people listening live is crazy. I remember I did some commentary for one championship on a Twitch stream last year, and I didn't even know what Twitch was. Someone just went, "Oh, do you want to go over to?" Because I was in the stadium in Denver when Mighty Mouse were fighting. And they went, "Oh, go over there and do a bit of commentary on this fight on that Twitch stream." And I didn't know what Twitch was. And I looked at the screen and I went, "What's that?" And they went, "No, that's how many people are listening." There were 500,000 people listening live on to us just on then. So to have like eyes on you like that, it's mind blowing that there's MMA and Muay Thai. Muay Thai is alongside MMA getting that amount of views and all them eyes on you and stuff like that. So it's amazing.
Does that affect you in any way whenever like you're in the ring or when you hear the crowd, especially like one championship?
No, I don't bother me whatsoever. You're zoned in, aren't you, when you're in there fighting and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm in there I'm enjoying myself when I'm in there, and I'm in there with. I've got my game plan set in stone. I don't hear anything. I can hear my corner, and that's about it, really.
Do you still get nervous though walking to the ring or no?
No, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love the butterflies and the adrenaline, because if you don't have that, you end up fighting bad. I've had fights before where I haven't had any of that, and I've got in there and I've been flat and nothing's worked, and even the ones where sometimes I've lost because of it, and even the ones that I've won, I haven't enjoyed it because it's just been like a bit of a you're flat, and so I always like to have those butterflies, those little bit of nerves, because it makes you that little bit sharper, you're just that little bit more zoned in and stuff like that. So I always say that to fighters, like, we say, "Oh, I'm nervous," and I said, "Listen, it's part of it, you need it. If you don't have it, that's when you should worry."
Yeah. Has there been like a situation where like you didn't have those nerves and you were able to somehow psych yourself into it?
No, it's only happened to me like twice in my career, and both times I thought like really, really bad, and I don't know why it wasn't there. It was just like, what's going on here? But yeah, it's only ever happened twice. So
like for you now, like I mean, obviously you put out so much great content, like with your website, all your seminars, and you're really generous with like your techniques and stuff. So like kind of going back to what you had said way earlier on, like you have to be selfish as a fighter, right? And like I was always told, like, you're selfish as a fighter, but selfish as a coach.
Yeah.
So like, for you as someone who's been with a great coach for a long time and like teaching more now, like what do you think makes like a great coach for Muay Thai?
You need to evolve with the sport. Like I said earlier, the sport's evolving all the time, and that's what Richard's been so good with. He's evolved with it. He ain't just like, I've seen a lot of coaches in England who get to a good level and then they just think they know it all and they just stop. And then they get to that level and they never surpass it, and they just flatline at that level and they don't move with the times, and they're like, they'll be one of the best gyms in country, and then everyone else will surpass them and they'll stay there. So you've got to evolve with the sport. The good thing about Richard, he goes to Thailand still every year for 6 weeks until he likes to learn himself. Oh, no. He's like 56 now, Richard, or 57. So he'll take his sons and his wife and his daughter, and he'll go, but he'll still train himself, and he'll still be watching, he'll still be learning, he'll still be picking up new things and evolving with the sport. And I'll tell you what, the best thing he ever did for us, when we all had them world champions in our gym, every single one of them all had a different style. Like he never just like tried to force a certain style on us all. He all let us like express his own style freely, and like he'd just see all his strengths, and he'd train us all differently to work on those strengths. So like if you look at my style, no one from our gym is like my style, hard punches, hard leg kicks like I am, and all the sweeps and all that sort of stuff. Then we had Jordan Watson, who fought like Bukaw and Yodson Clay and all those guys. He was totally different style to me. He was a big kicker, really good at kicking, really good at long knees and stuff like that. Then we've got James France, who's a world champion. He's one of the best technicians ever to come from England, so we were totally different. Then we have Andy, my cousin, who was just like a war style. He was just like a walk forward pressure fighter. So everyone from that gym all had different styles, and that's what Richard was so good at. He'd like let us mold. He would mold us into having all our own strengths and fight into our strengths, and not just trying to like push one different style on us.
Yeah,
one same style.
That's a really difficult thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, again, it just shows how.
To one thing.
It shows how good he is as a coach.
Yeah. That's amazing.
What are your thoughts about training individuals who like try to find a gym and hop around and things like that? Have you ever seen that in your career where you've had somebody in your gym and then they've gone somewhere else just because they didn't feel something like?
Yeah, it happens all the time. I think that's a regular thing that you'll always come across, and sometimes people might think the grass is greener and realise it's not. But sometimes they might just feel comfortable elsewhere. Everyone's needs are different. You know what I mean? Like we have everything in our gym. We've got some of the best fighters in the country. Everyone's really friendly. We've got S&C in our gym next door. We've got upstairs. We've got all his physios and stuff like that. We've got literally everything under one roof. So I don't see why anyone would have to not have to leave our gym. But some people want different stuff, and some people like different crowds and stuff like that. So I get it. And if they're happy doing it, they can do so, but they won't obviously ever fight for our gym if that's what they want to do. They want to dot around. They're still welcome to come train, but if you're going to fight for a gym, you need to be loyal to that gym. So find somewhere where you feel comfortable and who you trust, and then go all in with that gym.